Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 16th episode of the 9th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So very interesting events happened last episode, and obviously we got a big, massive talking point, which we're going to get into in a second. But it was like Valentine's Day. Everybody had their plans, you know. Leonard and Penny, they went out. They had a reservation at a restaurant. It was very busy. They had to wait for it. They decided to try and slip the guy some money. It didn't work. And then the guy didn't kind of insult Penny, but he basically said that, you know, she's old, he's young. Do you know what I mean? She's like, you know what, screw it, mate. I don't want to be in this place at all. They ended up going having some food in the car, and then he decided to go out and try and have some wild fun, you know. Sheldon decided to rename his Fun with Flags episode to Dr. Sheldon Cooper and Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler presents Dr. Sheldon Cooper's Fun with Flags. So, you know, that's his kind of Valentine's gift to her. And to be honest, they spent most of the episode trying to give relationship advice to Kripke and to Raj, who actually called in because he was doing a live stream, and you know, basically dominated it in terms of their feelings and their loneliness, instead of obviously, you know, the Fun with Flags episode that it should have been, even though Sheldon was trying to use the situations to try and say although, and try to segue into something related to flags. At the end of the episode, we've seen Leonard and Penny come in dressed up in all party gear, throwing confetti around, having a good time, which is nice as well. But we also potentially would have had an amazing moment where Howard and Bernadette, you know, was chilling in the hot tub. They thought that a rat got inside of it, but it turned out to be a little bunny. They was in there, they rescued it. Howard got bit. He went to the ER room, obviously, to you know, to either get some shots or some tablets or make sure he's okay so he don't have rabies, basically. And we heard Bernadette mumble to herself that it's okay, you know, we'll tell him that I'm pregnant another time. So it's like, mate, baby's on the way, big secret held in, nobody knows yet, just us, the audience. So mate, when it's revealed, it's going to be really good, and Howard's going to be ecstatic, honestly. He really is. He's always wanted to be a dad, and Bernadette's the one that's kind of never really thought about being a parent, but now obviously the baby's going to arrive and she is pregnant. It's going to be really, really good. If you do enjoy today's episode, please smash like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Morning.
Morning.
We? What is this?
Hey, no
I
way.
don't know. Maybe it says something on the back.
Continued on milk. R. Teaspoons for more. Are you serious? Are you sure?
Are you positive?
This is incredible. We're gonna be parents? We're only gonna get to see what's in that family bathroom at the mall. I mean, how do you prepare for something like this? Work, do we get a nanny? Can we afford a nanny? If we can't get a pretty one because it'll wreck our marriage. We can't get an ugly one because it'll scare the kid. If it's a boy, do we get him circumcised? People say it's barbaric, but if we don't, it looks like a pig in a blanket. I'm a mess. That means this baby's gonna be half a mess. And that's even before we screw it up with our cut rate, moderately attractive nanny.
You know what I just realised is they've had a full kitchen makeover, you know. I know that they was talking about remodelling, but like they've done it without even mentioning that it was remodeled. You know, I was just looking at it, I was thinking, you know what, was that island always there? And I seen the cupboards and it was grey, and then I was remembering that, mate, her house was really, really old, wasn't it? So they've obviously done this remodel, like in the episodes from when her dad was there, when he was measuring it up and he was talking about pregnancy, to obviously this episode, a couple ones later, where they are pregnant. And obviously he's buzzing that he's going to be a dad and it'll settle down and he'll be ecstatic again. He's obviously just going through the ring, the emotions, you know what I mean? The ups and downs. What's going to happen? How do we do this? How do we do that? What's going to happen to our life and all that? But at the end of the day, they're going to be great parents, you know. They're smart, they're loving, they proper care for the kid. They got decent money as well, you know. He's got good friends, good environment. The kid's all right, it'll be fine.
Hey, Raj, I'd read a couple guys in your department may have discovered a new planet in our solar system.
Why didn't you discover it?
I was busy making you guys homemade jam for the holidays.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, bud. Ready to play when you are.
Yeah, in a minute, I actually need to tell you guys something. I'm, gonna be a father.
What? Congratulations!
Oh, no.
Why? Oh, no.
Because this changes everything.
Relax, there's room for 2 babies in this group.
Well, would a baby have to shave once every 11 days?
Would an adult refuse to eat his graham crackers because one of them was broken?
I guess we'll call this a draw.
Howie and I are going to.
Leonard says you're pregnant. All right, how do you want to do this?
I'm pregnant.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
Howie's the one who's been talking about having kids for years, and I was all excited to tell him because I thought he'd be thrilled, but Then he started to flip out, and now this feels like a bad idea, and I'm gonna get fat.
Beautiful and glowing and have the cutest little baby bump ever.
Easy for you to say, skinny bitch.
It's all right, all I heard was skinny.
I shouldn't be raising a kid. I don't even eat my own vegetables.
Not to mention the impact on our social circle. Everything's going to change. Howard won't be able to come over as much.
And do you have any idea how expensive having a kid is?
Yeah, I read that in Los Angeles, raising a child through college can cost over $1 million.
$1 million?
I know. You could ask Bernadette for a raise in your allowance.
You'll figure this out.
Yeah, come on, this is great news, and you know it.
You know what we should do?
I'll get vasectomy so this doesn't happen to us.
Go out and celebrate. But not your worst idea.
You know what? It's mad, really, isn't it? I actually think it's crazy how much the US citizens like pay to go to college. Like, it's a massive deal about getting scholarships and, you know, getting it free and all this stuff. And it's, I mean, the scholarship's quite good, actually. It's an incentive for somebody to do well. Do you know what I mean? You hit your grade, you work hard, you get in for free, you save all this money. That's actually really, really good. But also on the flip side, it's like, here in the UK, ours is totally different. So, like, anybody can go to university at any time, whether you've got zero money in your bank balance. Like, literally, you have to pay it back. Well, you get 20 years to pay it back or something like that. And if you don't pay it back after 20 years, then it gets wiped. So, you know, it's interesting. You could have an outstanding balance of 10 grand and then it hits that threshold, you know what I mean? And then it goes away. But the way we do it is that, you know, like I said, person A could have £0 in the bank. They'll apply to the government. I want to go on this course, science course. And they'll go, yeah, okay, it's £9,000 per year. We will give you that £9,000 technically as a loan, and once you start earning X amount of money, we will then start taking out your paycheck. That's how they do it in the UK. So, for example, I went to university. I've done 3 years at like £10,000. I think the course length was. So that put me in 30 grand debt. And then I got an allowances as well to obviously help, you know, live, eat. You know what I mean? Like, and just have a life while you're at uni. So I think mine ended up being like another 20 grand. So I'm technically in £48,000 worth of debt, I think. But am I worried about that? No, I'm not. Because I hit a certain point of my salary, a little bit comes out my wages. I hit another point of my salary, another bit comes out my wages. And it just gets basically, you know, just a repayment. The more you earn, the more you pay back. You wouldn't have had that job if you didn't go to the uni. So it's kind of like a supplement that you're willing to take, you know what I mean? You won't be in a 50 grand job, for example, if you didn't go to uni and learn it. You'd be on a 20 grand job. So, like, I think the way we do it is much better, to be honest. The way we do healthcare is better than the US as well. And the way we do, obviously, education, I think is better. Anybody can go to uni, and then the only time it costs you money is when you start earning a certain amount, and then only a small fraction comes out your wages.
Yeah, we should go out.
Where?
I don't know, a bar?
Can't drink.
Are you hungry? How about that sushi place you love?
Doctor said I can't have sushi.
Just, you know, stay here and hang out in the hot tub.
Doctor said I can't go in the hot tub.
You should get a new doctor. What, he said you can't laugh either?
To our friend Howard. His big heart, his beautiful soul.
And his tight little pants that somehow did not make him sterile.
I bet whoever invented tiny umbrellas doesn't have to worry about money. He can have all the kids he wants. If I'm gonna have any chance of raising this kid, I need to come up with a big idea to make some money.
Real superfluid is the fruit punch in this mug. It reminds me of my daddy's secret don't tell mama juice. I'll just take one last sip. This place is terrific. Why have we never been here before? Where's the bathroom?
No, it's in the corner.
Hey, how you doing?
In your super cool helium experiments, did you create quantum vortices?
Yeah, what?
Well, if you made a guidance system, couldn't you use those vortices as a gyroscope?
Groundbreaking revelations, tropical drinks. Tell me this isn't like the best episode of Sex in the City.
The bathroom here is amazing. There's people cooking in it.
You get to buy toys and little clothes.
I kind of already do that for Howie.
Oh, and I just found a new travel cup for Sheldon. It only lets out 3 at a time. When did you guys decide to get pregnant?
We were talking about it, and then one night we got a little reckless.
We're all grown-ups. We've all done it. Me too. I'm a grown-up and I've done it.
We were out one night, and things got a little spontaneous. Sheldon was going on and on about time zones and railroad schedules, and I went out
You did it at our place?
kind of on Sheldon's bed.
Whoa.
You know what it's like when you're with your man and one thing leads to another?
I do know what that's like, I really do.
Video, the baby panda sneezes and the mama panda gets so scared.
Mate, it's actually a good video, that.
As long as the unpinning rate of the vortices is kept within 1.1 and 1.3, the Magnus force issue should be negligible. Who wants to see me beat up the bartender?
I'd enjoy that.
If this is a viable thing, we could get a patent and license it to companies that make guidance systems.
You and I both know how hard it is growing up without a father. That's why I'm confident you're going to be the best dad you can be.
To be fair, if I was having a kid, I probably would rather have twins. I mean, it'd be really hard at the start, do you know what I mean? Going through it all, but like, you just do it once then. You know, you can just have the 2 kids. You don't have to get pregnant again, do you know what I mean? I mean, if you want more kids, obviously you do, but I wouldn't mind 2 or 3 kids. But yeah, I feel like just get it done. Smash it out of the way, do you know what I mean? And I actually think as well it'd be really good, because I never had it, to grow up with somebody consistently by your side, like a best friend. Do you know what I mean? Everywhere you go, that person's there for you. No matter what you do, you've always got them by your side. Going on vacation, do you know what I mean? Just like, I don't know, camping, spending time with the parents, just doing activities. Like, you've always got somebody there, never bored. You know what I mean? Sharing a room, playing games, doing everything. I just feel like it'd be so good growing up as a twin. So I think that'd be good as well. But it's interesting what they're saying there, you know. Come up with a pattern, see if they can, you know, start publishing it and using it. They would make a lot of money. If you're the first person to create something and you can put it out there that people will actually use, mate, it's bank. You know, I watched a TikTok one time of somebody, you know, going around. Many people have probably seen it, where people walk around and say, you just ask people like, rich people, what do you do for a living? And somebody says it. Or like, how do you afford this car? And somebody will tell them. Well, this guy was driving, obviously, a big sports car, and somebody went over and was like, nice car, you know, what do you do for a living? And then he said, oh no, I think he said, what do you do to make money? And the guy turned around and said, I was the person that invented chip and pin. And basically, every time somebody does a transaction, I make like 1 cent or something like that. And obviously, that doesn't seem like a lot. But you think of every single person that's doing like a contactless payment around the whole entire world, you are making money, mate. You know, something so simple can make so much, and it's crazy. If you think about Google, like the person who made Google didn't even sell, like, it's free to use, but imagine like they put, I don't know, like the person who made the internet, sorry, like, it's free to use. That is mad. Imagine if it was just $1, 1 cent, 1p, anything to use the internet. Oh, mate, he'd be the richest guy ever, literally. Everybody uses it every day. You can't go through your life without it. It's crazy. You know, a guy made the internet and it's free for everybody. Mate, I think it's probably the most used thing in the entire world. Like, I'm literally watching this video on the internet. You're watching me on the internet. You know, I can't do any of this without the internet. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
No, we're a team. If you can't go in, we're not going in.
Then why are we drinking?
It's not like she's got the Christ child in there, right?
Oh no, Sheldon's drunk texting me.
What's it say?
Would you like to sing karaoke with us?
You want it. You got it. Oh, you want it.
Baby, you got it.
You want it, baby. You want it. You got it.
I'm being musically encouraged to bust a move.
So you gonna get up there later?
A microphone, a room full of inaccurate depictions of Polynesian religion, and a captive audience to hear about it? You bet I am.
It's okay to be nervous. I am too.
Thank God, because I was lying. You might not have to wait 9 months to see someone soil their pants. I love you. And I'm not just saying that because your breasts are gonna get bigger.
Are we an item? Girl, quit playing.
We're just friends. What are you saying?
Baby, baby, baby. Ooh, like baby, 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 no.
Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving.
Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby. To dedicate my last song of the evening to my wife, best friend, and now the mother of our child. Having my baby, what a lovely way of saying what you're thinking of me.
What kind of maniacs have coitus in someone else's bedroom?
Thank you, Pasadena. Good night.
Such a fun night. Yeah, you know, I was a little surprised when you decided to beatbox.
That was really an asthma attack. I just sold it.
Will you guys keep it down?
Mate, have you seen the video of the kid from Manchester, the little girl, when it's Christmas time, and her mum draws on her face because it's basically like an elf on a shelf, and she's like, "I've got to go to school. Oh my god, you know, who's done that?" You know, it is funny. Now, again though, I never thought that I would see Penny and Leonard as being parents, to be honest, but I've never actually thought that in a negative way, that they would be bad parents. I just only ever seen the show to introduce one kid, because I think that two would be too many. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, twins would be all right, but I don't mean two kids would be too many. I just think that two couples with kids would be too many, because like when they have kids, you just want to focus on them and how everything's going. And when two people have it, then it takes kind of away, I don't know, your interest in one, because you might not even like, do you know what I mean? You might not even like Penny and Leonard, say, maybe having the kid, and it might annoy you them on screen, and then it'll start like, you know, annoying you seeing the other ones as well, because it'd be too much kids. So I feel like obviously we're only ever going to get one. We might get the insinuation of maybe towards the end of the show that Penny's getting pregnant or whatever, or like in the future they have one. But I feel like in here we might get another wedding in terms of Sheldon and Amy, but I think that's it. I feel like we're going to have the kid, Sheldon, Amy wedding at some point, and then that's it. And I'm obviously excited for them, and it's going to be really good. And you know, hopefully we can have the whole build up and the whole you know, scariness, so to speak, because like in today's episode you can see that he was obviously nervous once it started settling in, but mate, it gets so much worse from here. This part should be the exciting bit, you know what I mean? It's when you go for your scans, it's when you go for your checks, it's when you start buying stuff, decorating, planning, like he was saying. That's when the nervousness comes. And Howard's an emotional guy, isn't he, as well? It's going to be really interesting, because I feel like Raj is going to be there by his side as well and get excited just as much as him. So I feel like it's a good thing to put into the show. Obviously, we're going to 12 seasons. We're near enough finish through 9, so there's not really many left. And, you know, drop the baby into season 10. Be really good to see it. And to be honest, I feel like potentially one of the best seasons of the show is when we kind of heavily focused around Howard and Bernadette in terms of the marriage and the astronaut kind of storyline. I feel like that was one of my favourite seasons, if I'm being totally honest. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what's to come, because obviously these two together are good, and now we've got a really good, interesting storyline that I'm actually on board for as well. So, yeah, can't wait to see more of it revealed. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. So I always love any bit of singing. You know, it wasn't the best singing in today's episode, but, you know, I always like seeing it. Do you know why? Because do you not think that every singing scene that you watch, it makes you smile, whether they're good or bad, because it's enjoyable? Like, it's enjoyable that they're really bad, it's enjoyable the way they act, or it's enjoyable how good they are. You know what I mean? Like the scene when she was in the hospital and he brought his piano and he sat there and he's playing and they was in the background, great, and you know, great scene. And that was him like doing it on an emotional level, and like we was really getting behind and enjoying it. You remember that time when they kind of like broke up and he went to a cheesecake factory and he was trying to win her back, Bernadette? You know what I mean? Like, when he's playing on the piano, that was a comical one, really, really good. And obviously, you look at today's one, they're singing again, not really great, if I'm being totally honest, but like, just the actions and how they are and acting, you know what I mean? It's fun to watch. I always do feel like music just livens up everything, and it makes it more interesting. And, you know, obviously, the reveal that he's, you know, slept in Sheldon's bed. I thought that he would have reacted a lot more worse, to be honest. I thought he'd go to his house, rip the whole, you know, bedroom apart, get a new bed, mattress, covers and everything. You know, that's the type of person that he is, isn't it? So that was interesting. But I feel like the last few episodes have been really, really good and really interesting. And, you know, hopefully the rest of the season can stay on this level, because I think that, you know, they stepped it up. I feel like, obviously, the first half of the season was about Sheldon and Amy, which was totally fine. I was interested in it, seeing if they would get back together and when, and now they are. You know, I'm excited to see, obviously, how we finish the season. I feel like we've got a good storyline going. It's been really picked up since then, and I'm really excited, obviously, to see how we do it with the baby and when it comes, if it's going to be this season or later down the line. I wonder if, obviously, she's got pregnant in real life, and that's how they've integrated it. They kind of done that with Phoebe, didn't they, and Friends? You know, I'm always interested in these little things, but yeah, really happy for it. Good storyline to start, and I'm obviously excited to see how it goes. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.